Tell us why we're here, what you're hoping to hear from the community, what you're hoping to hear from the panel, and what the goal is.
Well, I think we're going to hear what we have heard all along on this issue of offshore drilling, almost uniform opposition to it from the people of California. And that's important, that we raise our voices and make sure that the Department of Interior and the Trump administration are listening. They're certainly listening to the fossil fuel industry. They wouldn't be proposing this if they weren't. So we may have to be persistent, we may have to be a little louder than the fossil fuel industry, but we're going to get our voices heard, and hopefully we're going to stop this terrible idea to drill off our coast.
I can tell you I am 100% against any drilling off our coast. It's foolish and it could be disastrous. We have on the North Coast one of 5 major upwellings in the world's oceans. And if there's an oil spill in that area, it would affect marine life not only in our area, but around the world. Our tourist industry, our hospitality.
Let me remind everyone that the truth of the matter is California continues to be what's called a donor state to the federal government, in that we pay out more in federal taxes every year than we receive back in terms of federal dollars, to the tune of, at one point, it was $30 billion a year.
The White House is saying, well,
I'm joined by 2 of my colleagues, Congressman Mike Thompson from the north and Congressman Jackie Speer from San Francisco. So this is sort of the center point, but it's also a significant point ecologically, kind of right here at the mouth of the San Francisco Bay, the beginning of my coastal district. I represent about 1/3 of the California coast. So it's an appropriate place for lots of reasons.
And the panelists here today, how were they selected, and you know?
So the panelists cover a broad range of perspectives on this issue. You're going to hear from some terrific scientists, the Bodega Marine Lab, a scientist on marine mammal ecosystems and health. You're going to hear from local government leaders, from the State Coastal Commission, from advocates who have been opposing offshore drilling in some cases for decades. So I think we've got a terrific lineup to help, again, build this narrative that will make sure the Department of Interior hears. They're not going to be allowed to drill off our coast.
And what about the crowd here you see today?
It is standing room only here at the Bay Model, but this is an issue that really animates people, so I'm not surprised.
Perfect.
This is yet another effort by the administration to stick it to California because we did not support President Trump. It's very maniacal on his part, frankly, that he feels compelled to injure in a very direct way California over and over again. What this means is that you will probably see California lose 1 House seat, and all the formula for all federal funding is reliant on the census data. So it will profoundly impact federal resources to California for the next 10 years. And let me remind